Okay, so back on group process. Like I said, the agenda really is very similar, the 2 to 5 slot. For the new applicants, we've added 3 activities: event in a bag, create your own commercial, and RA crunch time. We've reformatted the evaluation form for both the professional staff member and the RA evaluator. And then we've also included a new scoring system, again, that 0 to 4 scoring system. What we're proposing for returning applicants is that they do not attend the physical group process. Really, it's not very, in our opinion, advantageous for the new applicants because the returning applicants don't want to impede, but they also don't want to look like they're not contributing. So it's a really difficult line to balance. For the new applicants, we've suggested a paper group process, so we've included that in here as well. So it's 4 questions that the returners can complete and get back within the same timeline of that group process. Okay. You'll also see that there are 2 new evaluations for that proposed returning applicant group process. This next section is also very new from what I can tell from the S drive, the file review. So there will be 2 rounds, or we've proposed 2 rounds of file review. The first, and they're both for new and returning applicants. The first will be the initial review of the application. So for the new applicants, that will include the resume, the personal statement, critical thinking question, and both references. For returning applicants, that will include the resume, critical thinking question, short answer questions that are in the application, as well as their portfolio. Once that review is done, of course, the way it works here is that everyone's invited to group process, so everyone will complete the interview and then the group process, and then round 2 of file review will be the interview and group process. And then whoever does the second round will look at the file as a whole and say, okay, overall, is this candidate hireable with reservations, or not hireable? And that will help determine who you're going to choose. You'll notice on the timeline there is a date. Of course, this is totally up to you if you choose to use it, but there is a date for a caucus. So that's professional staff members getting together, looking at all the files, probably as you do already, and saying, okay, who should we hire, who should we not? Of course, that caucus will be a little bit easier when it's already slotted in the timeline. So the end of this packet is really just a few closing things. So again, the Mandatory Career Center Resume and Application Workshop. We've included the competencies for that workshop. Taylor's worked with Lisa on those. We've included the dates. We've included the location. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, the time is to be announced. We've also included the theme and competencies. So I did mention that our theme is Aloha Mora, Unlock Your Potential. The competencies, like I alluded to a little bit earlier, are leadership, education, career, team building, and communication. And they're each described in this packet. And then, of course, we have our marketing, which was a task given to us by Deanna in the committee outline, in the committee focus. What we've come up with is a Facebook page. Of course, this will remain private, and any professional staff member can have administrative rights, table tents with info session dates, and the hashtag Aloha Mora. The idea behind the hashtag is that if RAs throughout the fall semester are taking pictures of their programs, putting them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they can use that hashtag. As professional staff are preparing for different types of things, or if we take pictures at group process, you can use that hashtag, upload it to Insta. The thing would be that everybody who chooses to use that hashtag would have to use their personal accounts because, of course, we know we don't have a Housing and Res Life account as of yet. Cynthia has offered to take care of that, as well as the electronic advertisement for the USC on the 3x3, or really that 9-screen huge TV. I'll be working on the flyers, and you'll also see the potential logo that's down here. The committee really likes this logo at this point, but of course it's totally up to change. That's really everything that's in the proposed edits. Of course, all of this can be found on the S drive. You'll go again to the S drive, Student Services, Residential Life, Selection and Hiring, RAs, and then 2015-2016. And in that folder, you'll see about 7 or 8 other folders divided by file review, info sessions, interviews, group process, etc., etc. There's even one for timeline as well as applications. So, of course, if you have any questions about this, the committee is here to help, and they're very excited to stay with this. please tap them, but you can also always contact me. Everyone should have my contact information, but again, I will always be checking my USF email address going into the fall semester. So thank you so much for the opportunity to present these edits to you. I hope you enjoyed them. The committee has worked so hard to make sure that they've reached all the goals you've set out for them.